Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday morning. I hope everyone's having a good day so far. Hey, Vince. Oh, thank you for that follow, by the way. I saw that earlier. Ooh, there's a word fangirl. That hasn't happened in a minute. Hello. It's so good to see you. I know you're excited about some Dragon Age. Is that the command for you? I haven't used it in a while. There we go. Shout out Word Fangirl, who's going to be streaming at 3 o'clock today, playing some Danganronpa. So when I picked my time for Saturday, my concern was that I wouldn't be able to wake up early enough, and instead what happened was I kept bumping into my boyfriend while he was getting ready for work. Life has been a lot. Oh, that's totally fine. You don't have to apologize. I know my times were also weird for your schedule, so you never have to apologize for not being around. But I do appreciate that you're here now. It's always good to see you, especially for Dragon Age, which is how I found your channel, playing Inquisition, romancing our one and only Iron Bull, love of our lives. Well, Dorian's the love of my life, but Iron Bull's gonna get romanced at some point because I love him too. But this is not an Inquisition stream. This is a Chaos Origin stream. We're gonna roll for everything. And then yesterday, I must have not been thinking or accidentally added it, but I had name generator as a channel points thing and I didn't realize it. And someone redeemed it yesterday and I was like, oh man, I really need to take that down because like there's nothing to name in any of the games I'm playing right now. And then I remembered, oh wait, I'm doing character creation tomorrow. Do you want to name my Dragon Age characters? So they're gonna hopefully pop in soon and do that. So yeah, my D&D characters have taken over my life. I can't stop making them. They're my babies. I know. I have so many D&D characters that I love character creation. So I have so many characters that I've made that I don't know if I'm ever going to play. Hi, Will. Welcome in. Good to see you. What was I saying? Oh, good grief. Coffee hasn't kicked in yet. So, we're going to roll for everything. Was I smart and did I put dice on this desk? Oh, I did. I just got to get my dice out and make a space to actually roll them. And then we're going to get started. And then we'll see. Which ones do I want to use? I'm going to use these. The problem of every D&D player, which dice do I want to use? Because there's so many pretty ones. I'll post a picture in Discord of my dice bag. It's a dragon. It's so cute. Which, if you're not already in the Discord, come join us in Discord. I talk a lot about Dragon Age and Mass Effect. Because I'm doing my first playthrough of Mass Effect right now. And Hades, I was talking about Hades last night because I might have stayed up till 4 a.m. playing Hades last night. So the energy today, gonna be weird. I think I'm running on adrenaline. Anywho, new game, Origins, not Awakening. We're not there yet. Oh yeah, let me know how the sound is, because I've been trying to tweak it. But I don't know if I've gotten the levels right yet. Minty! Welcome, welcome! Perfect timing, we're just about to start.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, And from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed.
I forgot how long this intro is. I love it though. These games are so cinematic. I think it's part of what I love about them.
It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten.
Duncan!
We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. It may even be too late, for I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
So good! Oh, Will, you just started your first playthrough Origins too. I haven't been great about catching them, except the first one. How have you been enjoying it so far? How far did you get? While I roll for character. Female. I just want to point out, this is my first time rolling these dice because they were a gift and I haven't had time to use them yet. And the first roll on this D20 was a natural 20, which would never happen if I was actually playing D&D. You got to camp for the first time. Okay. Okay. So not too far in. Now that I actually asked you what your schedule is, I'll probably make it more often. Thursdays are a little dicey for me, but at the very least Tuesdays I should be able to. And on that note, I'm not going to make Will give himself a shout out, but I am going to give Will a shout out. Did I say D&D? Did you mean that one? This is the sequel. Everyone who, if you like Dragon Age, then you should check out my newest mod, Will, because he is doing a first-time playthrough of Origins, playing, I think you chose Delish, if I remember correctly. That's a 5. I've never played a dwarf before. This could be interesting. So that means no magic for me. I do get to be a rogue like I normally am, though. And then I get 2 background options. And it's gonna be commoner. Female, dwarf, rogue, commoner. That's what the dice have given me.
Greetings.
How many options do I have? let's roll you. That's that choice. I'm so nervous because you can make the prettiest character or the ugliest. Hi, Nerdy Nick. Welcome in. Good to see you. Ready for some Dragon Age chaos? So excited. This is gonna either go horrible or wonderful. I also haven't decided yet how extensively I'm rolling for everything. Like, am I just doing major choices, or am I literally every time I talk to someone rolling a die? But Nerdy Nick. Butt spot. Everyone say I had a butt spot. Anyone who follows Oh That Natalie, Buttspot was on fire last night on her channel. 7. So let's do this one. 2. There we go. I'm not even looking until I'm done. I'm just focusing. I'm just like zeroed in on the dials. Oh, I'm not even doing everything. I just realized I don't even think I'm doing everything. I hate to do this. I have to start over because I forgot that skin there's like a bunch of options, and then hair there's a bunch of options. So the preset that is fine. I'm gonna start over on everything else though, because I definitely messed this up. I'm sorry. I was too zeroed in on the dials. So we're gonna put everything over here. I'm rolling for I meant to roll for each dial, but I forgot how many dials there are. So I'm gonna start over. This might take a few minutes, but I promise you it would take 3 times as long if I was trying to figure it out on my own. So for skin complexion, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So I'll just roll a d6. And it's a 6, so I can stay there. Skin tone. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 5. So that's what we're getting with. Blush color. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25 options for blush color. Nothing can be easy. Oh, good grief. Blush intensity. We might be making a companion for Marlin here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 choices there. So, and I rolled a 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lip color. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Another 25er. And I got a lip intensity. Oh, 10 exactly. So that's... Where's my 10? There's my 10. Eyeshadow. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 30. Alright. There we go. Eyeshadow intensity. Holy cow, what am I doing? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I rolled a 2. Tattoo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I rolled a 4. So that's that. Tattoo color. How are we doing so far? Alright, okay. Okay. This character is very sleepy. Yeah, well, I'm basically, like, picking the dice that would add to, like, close to, like, maybe going slightly over. And rolling and just, like, adding them. That's kind of how I'm doing it. I think Cafe did it a little differently. But this made sense to me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 18. So I'm just gonna roll a 20, and if it's like 19 or 20, then no. That's the other thing is, like, if it's one off, I'm like, I'm not gonna roll that high number. It's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Hair color next. Nine choices. So, where's my 10? 6. Okay, okay, okay. That's a 1. It's a 1 for eyebrows. Does that mean, yeah, I'm giving them basically no eyebrows. That's great. So eyebrow color doesn't really matter because I just gave them no eyebrows. This character has so many bags under their eyes. They're so sleepy. Eyes next. Speaking of eyes, we're gonna do that next. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. So that's you. Eye size. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've rolled quite a few low numbers here, and I'm like, thank God I'm not playing D&D, even with that wasted 20. Another D12. This poor dwarf. What am I doing to them? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, again with the 11. It's a lot of 11s. 3. What's that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 11 again. And that's a 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And of course I rolled a 12. So I'm gonna roll again. 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2. Alright, everything come down here. We're getting there. This is, like I said, this is definitely going faster than if I was overthinking it. Going like, do I like this nose or do I like that nose? Or do I like this eye color? Have you ever seen Monster Factory? This is turning to Monster Factory very quickly. I can never play D&D with another Latvian person because when I don't know what to name someone, I just use a Latvian word and they're gonna have to refer to my character as super. That's funny. I can spend 300 years in character creation. Yeah, I know. I mean, most of us can. I've definitely, not to call you out, Dirty Nick, but I've definitely watched one of your streams where it was like, I went away to do something and came back 3 hours later and you were still on character creator. And I was like, damn, that's a really long time to come. But you're going to be staring at them for how long? And you want it to be something you love and that feels like it represents the like character you have in mind. So it makes sense that you would spend a million years on it. But this, I was like, chaos! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's my D8? 4. Whoever did character creator really liked the number 11. Because a lot of these have 11 choices. Again, 11. Again, 11. Ooh, that was almost a 6 and then became a 1, so that's that. My D12's getting more of a workout than it ever does in any D&D game. Because, I mean, like, barbarians are mostly the only class that ever really used D12s. And I guess certain spell... Like, I think my cleric does occasionally. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Oh, you poor sleepy thing. You look like life has beaten you down. As former Sims players, it's in my blood. Fair. Nothing like a romantic serious scene and they go to your character and their face is like, oof. Last time was the whole stream. Oh, jeez. And you tend to stream like pretty decent length streams too, so that's impressive. Is Butner the new Risen Elder Scrolls? Oh, yeah, Nerdy Nick, there's so much. And actually, if you need help, like, being less overwhelmed with all your options, feel free to message me and just give me an idea of, like if you're having trouble with character creator, just give me an idea. Not that you're ever gonna have trouble with character creation in a game, right? Or like if you're like overwhelmed by how many, like it's a textbook. The player's handbook is a textbook. You're not expected to read all of it. You're just expected to know the basics. Which actually, if you go on D&D Beyond, I think there's a bare bones version on there that gives you like a more general sense without all the overwhelming like little bits and pieces. Yeah, exactly. You're everyone expects you're going to look stuff up as you need. And we're probably going to do a practice run before we do anything else. And you're with friends, so it's not like you should feel too nervous about, oh no, I don't know rules. We'll all take care of you. And I think it's a pretty good balance of new players and pros, which is nice. Yeah, it's gonna be super chill. But yeah, there's multiple people in Discord that if you hit them up, they'll help you, including me. I gotta be honest, I hadn't played D&D in forever. Like I hadn't played 5e ever when I picked it up again. And Critical Role is kind of how I taught myself how to play 5e, just from watching hours and hours and hours of Critical Role, which I know you do. So you probably already know more than you think you know if you've been like vaguely paying attention to. Although I did have a conversation with someone yesterday about how they often forget the rules even though they've been playing for forever, which is like everyone like loses track because there's a lot to keep track of, especially as you get to the higher levels that they tend to get to in those games. Where'd my d12 go? Because it's another 11. I've rolled so many ones on this 12. I don't know if it's because of the way I'm rolling or what. That's a 4. For a second I was like, is it another 1? I was like, that's 4. 2, 3, 4. 9, that's a new number. Roll that. Oh, you poor thing! Yeah, spellcasters especially have a lot. If you want a class that has, I mean, I don't think there's a class that has literally nothing to keep track of, but if you want a class that has less stuff to keep track of, probably go with a fighter. I'm trying to I don't even know what level we're gonna be. I don't remember if they said yet or not. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, this is not it because I changed because I still have to roll this shit, but so far it's looking rough. Like, Dwarf Commoner indeed. Well, I said, do you want chaos? And this is delivering some chaos. That's staying there. I love how when I first started doing this, I was like, oh, that doesn't look so bad. And then I realized it's because I hadn't done most of the dials. And now it's like, jeez. Somebody's had a rough life. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's staying at 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's also staying at 11. Interesting. And that's a 1. Oh, jeez. Life hit her like... my butt. Yeah, we're like... Buttspot, you're like on the verge of breaking TOS there, buddy. Do we need to talk? So, as I said earlier, someone redeemed a name generator yesterday, and I told them they could name my character today. They haven't said hi in chat yet, though, so I don't know if they're here. If they're not here, then I'm going to put it up to chat what we named them, and I'll have to owe them something for the channel points they gave me. I asked, do you want to submit it early, or are you going to be here tomorrow? And they said, no, I should be there tomorrow. I was like, okay. So we'll see. We'll see. We're rolling for this too, so we'll see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Give me a good middle number. A 1 is not a middle number. But that still works, I guess. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, great, that's perfect. That's a d20. And that's a 16, it looks like. Okay. All right, that's a luck. There's 6 voice options.
Greetings.
And that's the one I got. All right. Assuming that front page Rob is not in the house right now, what do we want to name our lovely dwarven maiden, chat? I'll have to owe him for the channel points. Don't forget to hydrate. Thank you, Streamlabs. Oh man, the look, the expression in the portrait slays me. I'm wondering if it should be a play on Marlin, because she looks like maybe they're related and call her like Marla, maybe? That's what I was leaning towards. Marla and Marlin. Nat 1. Will always has the best names. Oh, keep going, keep going. I want a couple options. Edwina's also okay. Any other good suggestions? I don't know. I'm really liking the idea of Marla but I also like the idea of having chat pick it. And that one is an interesting contender, Will. Which, what was it? You named my KFC character too, right? Marla? Was the do it for Marla? Well, Mazzarelli. I'm not naming her Mazzarelli. Okay, I'm gonna do that actually, cause I think Cafe would appreciate that I named my character kind of matching his, even though he can't be here today. I believe he's I know he had D&D at noon his time, which is 3 my time, and I'm assuming had stuff to do before that. I know Saturdays were gonna be rough for him, which is why yeah, they could totally be like brother and sister. Marla. Okay. Next. Okay. I think I should not roll stats. I think that might be the one thing I nix, is if I roll for stats and get crap stats, then I just won't be able to do anything. And I do realize that you roll stats in D&D, but the difference is when I roll stats in D&D, if more than 1 or 2 of them are garbage, I throw out that whole character and start again. Stats might hurt me in the long run. Like, we can all joke about Marla's appearance right now, and it's funny, but it's not funny if she die all the time because her constitution is an 11. Alright, so speaking of, your dex is definitely going up 1. And then I'm debating 2 to cunning, 2 to con, because even though rogues don't really... Willpower is also really low too, actually. So let's do that, and I'll do con next time. Actually... maybe that. Deep Roads will just be Rage Quit Central. Yeah. Oh, by the way, speaking of the Deep Roads, anyone that's been following me for longer than today, my canon run of Dragon Age is Wednesdays. It is now Wednesday afternoons instead of evenings because too many of my friends were streaming Wednesday evenings, and I was starting to get sad that I missed them. So Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, I do my canon run of Dragon Age, and the very next thing we're doing is the Deep Roads. Like, I positioned myself so that all I have to do is walk straight and click the button, and we're there. So if anyone wants to see me scream a lot in anger and frustration as I die continuously into the Deep Roads, that'll be fun for you for Wednesday afternoon. I'm thinking this for stats for now. I mean, it is just the beginning. And I'm also not rolling for my skills. Gonna nix that one right now. I might take coercion. Because I remember last time I took survival first. And then was very sad that I didn't have coercion as an option. But combat training is also kind of important. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go combat training for my first one, and I'll do coercion as my second. Yeah, no, I'm not rolling for the important stuff. I'm sorry. I will roll for dual wield versus archer, though. Because my instinct was to go dual wield, and then I realized. And I got archer. Which I've never played an archer before. That'll be interesting. Coercion won't be too important if you roll for dialogue. That's a really good point. And melee archer's probably gonna have to be the first thing because it keeps me from getting interrupted. Oh, you can. I have 2 points. So maybe below the belt as my second. Easy mode. Yes, please. Alright, we rolled a character. She looked like she'd been through some stuff.
The Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, largest and proudest of the 2 remaining dwarven cities. Once the seat of an underground empire, Orzammar now stands alone, cut off from the world by the Darkspawn, still clinging to the memory of its former glory. Below the vast statues and gilded halls where the noble families play at politics, the lower castes live in their shadows, scurrying to serve like their ancestors before them. Below that is you. You are casteless, the dirty secret staining Orzammar's perfect society, forced, along with your sister, to sell your services to the crime lord Barat. To the rest of Orzammar, you are proof that the casteless deserve their fate. But you know you do what you have to, the same as everyone, just to survive.
I can't keep gambling on you forever, Precious. You've got a sweet look, something to light a man on fire. But you gotta make it count.
Please, Barat. I don't want to do this in front of my sister.
Why not? She knows the slope of the land, don't you, girl?
So, this is where I have to decide. Am I only rolling for important decisions or am I rolling for every dialogue? Every dialogue might be more chaos than we can handle. That's why I'm asking. I have so many random emotes. I need to use them more. Yes, everyone. I feel like that's going to end poorly for us. I'm curious. If I happened to roll for this right now, what would I get? I would get 1.
Listen to the kid. She knows the deal you made. She keeps her head down and does whatever jobs I don't want to dirty my fists with. In return, I put out coins so you can doll yourself up and get a belly full of some nobleman's brats. Then you both go free. And I get to join the family and be called Milord for the rest of the little prince's life.
I think what I'm going to do is I'll roll, but if I absolutely hate the choice, I get veto power. I think it would be really funny to roll for everything, but there's a couple dialogue points where I'm like, because for instance, rolling dialogue with your companions, if you're trying to romance a specific person, I don't know that you can randomly roll to flirt correctly in this game. I honestly don't know how I randomly rolled to flirt correctly in real life.
Well, unless I start seeing results, we're going to renegotiate. I'm giving you another week, Precious. If you haven't found a patron, you're back to sweeping streets.
But I have. I've met someone. That is, I didn't want to promise, but he seemed interested.
I made all my D&D characters gay. You say that like it's a bad thing, Vince. So I honestly, when I make D&D characters, I don't really think about their sexuality too much. Because I tend to not really play games where they're gonna ever really romance anyone. However, in video games, I 100% make most if not all of my characters gay. Like, give me a gay option. That's the option I'm choosing. seemed interested.
It's nothing definite, but he said he wanted to see me again.
Excuse me if I don't start knitting booties. Until I do, you're the one who's going to keep paying her debts with your service to the Carta.
You want me to beat someone up for you?
Good guess. Your buddy Lesky's waiting outside. He knows what I'll need from you today. Don't even think about bungling this job. Your whole family's on loose sand with me right now. And I know you don't have anywhere else to turn.
I'm sorry you had to see that.
By the way, how's sound? Because this game's usually obnoxiously loud, and I know we haven't gotten to combat yet, which is where it gets really dicey. But I have been trying to tweak my sound settings on Streamlabs itself to see if that helps any. Dialogue is low. Is it hearable though? Because I can turn it up a smidge. However, low is better than the problem I had before where you couldn't hear me over the dialogue because it was too loud. Would you like me to knock the dialogue up a little bit? Because next time I get to set in-game settings, I can do it. But I know combat's going to be really loud when we hit. Up a bit more would be perfect. Okay, as soon as I get a point where I can actually like get into the settings, I will do that then. We'll play around with it a little bit more. Because yeah, I did have the dialogue down quite a bit originally because everything was too loud. Doesn't need to be a lot great, so just like a smidge more. Sorry you had to see that. Okay, rolling. Okay, I like that.
You know how desperate the nobles are for more children? They can barely field enough soldiers to hold the walls against the Darkspawn. If I could give one of them a son, the whole house would celebrate. And we'd all be raised up to noble caste to join the family. It's what Barat's betting on. That's why he paid for my clothes, my voice lessons. He wants to share the reward.
5. How dare. How dare you give me 5?
Yes. That is, I hope. He certainly seems charming. He treats me like a real lady, not just someone to tumble and forget.
I rolled a 4 twice, so I'm just going to choose my own.
I don't want to say, in case I'm wrong. It just seems too mad to think of one of the most important men in Orzammar with someone like me. Anyway, time is rusting, and I need to get dressed. These fashions will be the death of me. 100 buttons on each sleeve. And Lesky's probably already outside waiting for you. Money gives him power. He's got family on the surface, which means he can smuggle up lyrium and smithcrafts, and bring down silks, wines, and furs. And he played it smart. When he started expanding, he made sure it was only the casteless he shook down for protection, so the guardsmen didn't care. I hope there's more you want in life than to be some copper-plated crime lord. You've still got the chance to get out of here. Dream big. Be a paragon. Don't stop at becoming another Barat. As far as the nobles are concerned, he still stinks of Dusttown. He's got money now, but you can't buy caste, you know? No noble woman would risk a dalliance with him. His only chance to join a noble family is to claim kinship with a concubine who bears a noble son. And that's what he wants more than anything. Don't you? Imagine what it would be like not to have people look at us like we're sewer sludge. To think our lives are worth something.
Oh wow, Streamlabs, I really gotta change your settings. That's way too many things in chat at the same time.
Don't underestimate him. Barat has thugs who'd kill their own mothers just to work for him. It's sheer folly. One more way the nobles protect their status. They say casteless soldiers are more danger to each other than to Darkspawn. That it's an insult to the smith to let us touch a fine-made weapon. Truly, they just don't wish to insult the warrior caste by showing that given the same opportunities, we could lead an army just as well. I have little love for the nobles, but they know, more than we ever will, what the Darkspawn have taken from our kind. Every noble I've met has had a brother or a nephew killed in the Deep Roads. Yet they let their arrogance blind them to the fact that we could help defend the city against the Darkspawn.
My character is as bitter in dialogue as she looks. This is fascinating, the way the dice are rolling for her.
Perhaps, though the thought of falling to cutthroats or dying of plague is hardly more comforting. But we don't have time for this now. Lesky must be waiting, and Barat won't like it if I'm late for my appointment. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you tonight.
New quest. Alright, so let me... Options. Audio. Dialogue volume will bring it up a smidge. And we'll see if that helps. I'm also going to save so I don't have to do all that dialogue again. In case I die very quickly, because I've never played an archer before. Let me know if that helps, or if it's too much, because I only did it one over, but we'll see. Oh, man. Oh, you already saved. Also, yeah, it's gonna give me that stuff because I didn't turn off tutorials. You can go there. I have nothing. I have nothing. I have the dragon plate armor because it's part of the DLC. And other than that, I have nothing. My dice startled me. One of them fell. Find out what Barat wants you to do. Yeah, I've never done a dwarf before. I've never done an archer before. So this is going to be very interesting. Let's see. I have... And yeah, I don't even have... Oh, that's right. The melee thing's a passive. So I don't even have like an archer ability yet. Let's go!
About sodding time. I was starting to think I'd have to bust in and get an eyeful of that spicy sister of yours. Growl.
I rolled, Lesky, how's it shaping?
Oh, what can I say? No money, no girls, no place to call my own.
That
I've been
voice.
writing an epic poem about it. It starts, oh, you're really, really cursed to have no caste. You noble dwarves can shove it up your... But I couldn't think of a rhyme.
That voice makes me smile.
People wonder where that grumpy old dwarf image comes from. But fine. Boss says we're out for a search and discipline. One of his smugglers is holding out on him. Name's Oskias. Some surfacer. Barat got word that he's been selling shipments topside that never make it to Barat's ears down here. He wants us to find the rotter and see what goods he's holding back.
Well, you've played Inquisition, right? Because if you've played Inquisition, then you do recognize that voice.
All he told me is find him. Duster's got some family from the merchant caste. He's probably staying near their quarters.
I rolled a 6 and I realized I should probably ask a couple questions.
You know, gold, lyrium, spices. Anything that Barat might cut someone's head off to get. Well, if he is skimming, we kill him, of course. I mean, Barat doesn't let anyone swindle him and live. Bringing his head on a plate is completely optional, though.
We already asked number 2, I feel like, which is what I rolled. Okay, 1.
Poetry to my ears, Selraka.
Sadly, I also do not have any Varric Twitch emotes. We know someone who has Dorian emotes. Word Fan Girl used to have Iron Bull emotes when she was doing Inquisition. I think they became tier 2 emotes when we stopped playing that. So what? Where's tactics? Lusky, what are your tactics? Okay. I mean, it's early, so I don't need all this stuff about tactics. Thank you. But I still continue to not. What are you wielding? Okay, you're a dual wield dagger person. Let's go, I guess. Oh, what am I doing? Find someone and shake them down. Cool. It's just a beggar. Not to be mean, but if you don't have a name, I probably don't need to talk to you.
2 bits for the needy.
Both of them are kind of mean.
I seen you before. You're one of Barat's girls, the one with the sword. You don't know from needy. Not until you're my age. This'll be you someday. Soon as you start to wrinkle up and Barat's got no use for you. Don't think you got anywhere to go but here.
Will, is the sound better now that I turned it up a smidge?
Spare Silver. My boy needs medicine. The docs say he won't wake without it.
Yes, good. I did it. We'll see what combat sounds like. It could be maxed out, but I can hear fine. All right. I'm probably gonna leave it. I'll leave it for now, unless someone else would like me to turn it up. if they're having trouble hearing it. But I know my mic sometimes isn't the best. And if things are low, you can turn up your computer or TV or whatever. If things are too loud, like there's only so low you can turn it down before it's like, and you're muted now.
What are you doing
Have
here,
you heard?
Brand?
King's got a team who found traces of Bronca and
Calmer,
This
calmer.
place
is going to the nuts.
Where am I going? I don't know. I mean, like, the funny thing is I'm in the Deep Roads. Like, I'm in Orzammar, rather, for my cannon
Go
run.
back to your dirt pile, scum. I assume this pile of worthless junk belongs to you? Do you realize it's in the way and that the patrol will not be able
Who's
to
the guard?
get through?
Get out of my face, Brand.
Oh, well, fuck you too. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. Never done this origin before. This is so exciting. I usually play elves when I'm playing. I think that's where I came from, right? Do I have to go to the... You know what? I bet you have to go to the tavern. Which is over here, I think? There we go. I was like, why is it not having me go? There we go. There's a quest marker if I ever saw one. I'm just gonna quick save real quick.
Another round for the house.
Just in case.
Hey, I was saving that seat.
I'm sure you were.
Real thoughtful, Ascaius. It's tiring work looking for you.
How do you know my name?
I don't know. How do I? We're here to stop you from making a big mistake. Okay, I like
I
that.
don't know what you're talking about. You probably have the wrong Ascaius, see? I just got here this morning. I'm usually on the surface.
Sure you are, buddy.
So you're not the turncoat two-faced swindling duster Barat told us about.
I never did anything. Barat's got no reason to send you after me.
I highly doubt that's true. If you did nothing wrong, you've got nothing to fear, right?
I just want to make sure nobody, does anything too hasty.
Sure. I got you. Did you think Barat wouldn't find out you're cheating him?
Look, I always been loyal to Barat. He's been good to my family. I know how much I owe him.
The dice are
My
making
pleasure.
interesting choices
Wait,
here. I like it.
I do have some lyrium. It's just ore. I made a side deal with one of the mining families. If it worked out, I was gonna bring Barat his cut. I swear. I'd be crazy not to.
Suicidal, one might say.
Which one's gonna be more chaotic, this run or when I eventually end up doing audience choice, where audience gets to pick everything? I'm gonna roll, but I think I'm gonna end up asking a couple of the questions. Actually, I rolled a 6, so
Just a little.
I'm just
maybe
gonna
25
ask
sovereigns worth.
whatever I feel like asking.
5 sovereigns.
Most of that's with my buyers on the surface. I just picked up a few nuggets down here. If I were to maybe give you a piece, that's a lot of coin. Could you forget to mention this to Barat?
So you'd think. Well, I mean, if an agent of chaos is actively trying to choose chaotic choices, that's one thing. But DM Jazzy, when he did Baldur's Gate 3, he had the overlay going where chat gets to like vote on the dialogue stuff, and chat ended up being pretty cohesive in their choices, making a very specific character that was like kind of sassy, but overall not evil. And not that chaotic. And I found it interesting that chat managed to like come together like that to make a character that I easily would have made on my own.
not long. I mean, I'm not cheating him. I mean, this is my first time. Oh, please don't kill me.
Please don't kill me.
Surfacers pay good coin for lyrium. Mages up there, they use it for their spells. Smiths use it in enchanted weapons. I just took the money and ran. I mean, back to Barat to share the profits.
Could everyone who isn't about to die please turn around for a moment? This may be unpleasant. Thank you.
You can't do this. Help! Call the guardsmen! This is murder!
You two let me know if you need anything. I'll be in the back.
It's just a bunch of rocks. You're gonna kill me for that?
I love the guy that's like, just let me know if you need anything while you're committing murder in my tavern. I think that would actually be the tendency. People tend to make good decisions collectively if they aren't manipulated by bad actors. So yeah, so that's the thing is like, if I do a thing where you can redeem channel points and someone super chaotic is also a regular with a ton of channel points, then that gets dicey. But if everyone gets one vote and a majority of chat is vaguely in agreement, then the one chaotic agent doesn't do as much. Yeah, that was funny.
No!
Oh, we're teaching me combat, so we auto-paused. I was like, why is it paused?
They said the warrior cast and those who were stupid, so the Grey Warden.
Yes.
Got my back, right?
Of course.
That was easy. I mean, I did put it on easy mode, to be fair, but... You killed Oscar's... Was that his name? He said his name and I butchered it anyway. You killed Oski, and you're quite certain he regrets his actions. Retrieve the lyrium he stole and return to Barat at his shop in the Commons. Alright, we're going to the Commons.
We have to get this stuff back to Barat before he starts wondering what we've been doing.
This sort of thing obviously happens every day in that bar, right? It's like nothing to see here. Everything's normal.
Hey, gorgeous. You looking for something to keep you warm tonight?
It will be done. Will be done.
Who's that? Why are you bothering me? Rika? Don't you sass me.
We're sassing our mom.
Rat. I made you, and I can make another just like you.
Welcome in, Dospiff. Chaos Run means I am rolling for everything. So I rolled for my character creation. Well, not everything. There's a couple things I'm taking control over for the sake of the game. But I rolled for my character creation, everything except my stats, ironically, because I really wanted my stats to be a specific way. But I even rolled for which type of rogue. And I'm rolling for most of the dialogue, although I am taking veto power on certain bigger things. But welcome. I was very happy I got to catch Pokemon earlier this morning. Actually, Will, can I get a shout out for Dospiff, please? Game sounds and your mic are both very quiet for me, by the way. Mic, there's nothing I can do about. Game, I can turn up a smidge. Is it you want the music louder or the dialogue louder? Because the music's just always kind of low. Ironically, I had the opposite problem until today. I finally turned down my settings on Streamlabs, and now everything's too low instead of too high. Thank you, Will. I'm going to continue the dialogue, but when I can get to options, I will alter whatever you'd like me to, if it is music or dialogue or both. Although music being low isn't a bad thing, because it means I think it means I'm less likely to get hit by that bot. That DMCA thing. I don't know. I mean, it's a bot, so it probably doesn't matter that much, but it's easier for me to talk over the music if it's super low. Oh, that's right. We were assassin mom.
People bothering me all the time. I got important things to do here. Very important things.
Chaos Run sounds chaotic. I mean, I did turn down the desktop audio on Streamlabs, and I possibly did too good a job turning down the desktop audio on Streamlabs. But I literally, almost since day one, since day one of me streaming, and I've been streaming for a long time, long-ish time now. What is time? I've always had sound issues, and it's always been the game is too loud. The mic being too quiet, I'm gonna fix that by next stream, I think. Dr. Andy is helping me tweak some sound stuff. So the mic being too quiet, we're working on. Please stand by. I was hoping to have it ready for today, but I think it's gonna be ready by Wednesday for sure. Game being too quiet, I can work on. I don't feel like exiting the game to get to Streamlabs, but I'll keep it in mind and I'll tweak it for next time. And for now, if you want, I can go into options on the actual game and just turn dialogue up a smidge more and music up a smidge more and see if that helps. Anyway, I didn't mean to be sassing my mom. I meant to be like...
Yes. As you say.
Is there a reason that this chest is like, nah, I'm not gonna open? There we go. Jeez Louise. Same. I mean, I'll take that helm, I guess. Your voice is loud enough that game setting can level with it still. The only low thing I notice is dialogue. Okay. We're tweaking it. It's a work in progress. Maybe one day I'll have everything squared away. I think I want to go back to the commons. I think I was wrong to come to Dusttown is my problem. I erred. Yeah, I think for Wednesday I'll try going back into Streamlabs and finding a middle ground between too loud and too quiet, because I think that's what's happening. I really can't wait to have, like, a second monitor so I don't have to exit the game to get to Streamlabs.
Good day there, sweetness. You looking to make a quick bit? You could be just what I'm after.
I am no man. Oh, yes.
And I'd not be welcomed by my wife if she thought I fancied castless flesh. I've got a different offer. You look like you've still got all your teeth, nice and healthy. I craft replacements for nobles who have lost theirs. I can pay you real handsome for some of those. 1 silver for 2. What do you say?
Sir. 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 I am only rolling for whether or not I choose 1 or 5. Actually, the only one I hate is 2. So yeah, I'll roll a d4 and I'll just ignore that 2 is an option, which is great because I rolled a 2, which means no, I don't like that one either. I don't like 2 or 3, come to think of it. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say 2 means, do you have any idea who I work for? Because I don't like 2 or 3 as options, but I like the other ones.
Barat wouldn't like you throwing that around. This guy's an artisan that's practically a smith. We don't need that high a profile.
Oops.
That sounded like a threat, Brand. You know the sentence for harassing a resident engaged in legitimate trade is public flogging and 100 silver fine.
Never mind, I was just leaving.
Suit yourself. Plenty of brands are willing.
I'm not gonna pick that fight. I didn't realize. Do you know who I work for was gonna be like a thing. I thought we wanted to be in the commons, but I'm not seeing our friend. That's the tavern, which I just came from. What else is here? Oh, Barat shop is literally right there. It's like, I think it's like this here. No. Further over. But yeah, I goofed. Where are ya? No. It's on the map. And I can't. Oh, that might be it. There we go. Excuse me.
The king is old. His rule won't hold much longer.
Sometimes you just gotta look at the map.
Far more sympathetic to our interests than Trian.
Balin has some tastes of his own that he knows I can provide. We'll finish this later. It's about time you two showed up. What happened with Ascaius?
I call him Oski for short, and I don't know if you like that. I'm only rolling for 1 or 2, because I am not lying to Barat when I have absolutely no persuasion whatsoever. So I'm gonna roll for 1 or 2. And I got 2.
Some people are slow learners. You should have known. You don't lie to me. I can smell it. Did I make that clear? I thought I made that clear. Now, did you find out what I asked you for or not?
I'm just gonna say 1. I'm not lying to him.
I guess the Duster was smart enough to keep his main stash topside. And Ascaius himself?
I like either option, so I'll roll that. And I got a 1.
Excellent. I'll send someone out to handle the cleanup. Not you, though. I have another job in mind for you.
One.
The Warrior Cast is hosting a proving today. All the best fighters, last man standing, you know the sort of thing. They're showing off for some Grey Warden who's looking for candidates to drag off to a life of eternal glory. Now, it's not often we get every named fighter in Orzammar lined up like that. And I have certain acquaintances who take an interest in this sort of thing. Are you out of your big hollow skull? No brand's allowed to hold steel in the proving ring. It would be an insult to the ancestors.
Not to mention the conceit of the warrior caste.
I just want you to make certain the right man wins. There's a lot of coin to be made when people get the fever up. Favorite fighter's an officer named Minar, veteran of 4 Darkspawn campaigns. Everd's a long shot. Just got back from a deep roads offensive. Some young buck who has all the ladies drooling. I've got a lot of money riding on him. Mine and other people's. I expect to see that 8-to-1 pay off. Understand? The fight only gets announced to contestants themselves to prevent illegal gambling. So first, you'll have to find Everd, see who he's fighting and when. When the name Minar comes up, I want you to slip this drug into the bastard's water.
Oh, jeez.
It'll slow his reflexes, just enough to take the edge off, not enough to show. But it wears off quickly, so don't use it until just before his fight.
Guess who wishes she had stealth right now?
He'll be in the fighter's quarters under the stands. He should have an alcove for his pre-fight preparations. All the fighters are provided basins of water. If you're asking how to sneak in there, you're pretty much saying you're no good to me. You bet you will. Here's your pass to get on the grounds. The proving starts as soon as the clock strikes. And when I say I have coin on this, I'm not talking about some pittance, like the value of your life. If I don't see Everd's name on the winner's sheet, you'd better make sure I never see you or your sister ever again.
Well, that doesn't bode well for me. I am going to save very quickly, and then I'm going to take a 60-second bio break. Just go back on that white screen. I'll be right back, guys. And then we're gonna, I guess, sneak something without any stealth whatsoever. Alright, I have returned. Let's do this. I ideally want to be done around 3. So let's see if we can finish the the origin by then. If not, I'm not opposed to running a little late.
Of course.
But I'd like to avoid it if possible. We're going to the Proving Grounds, right? Or... which is there. Literally just looked at it. Go southeast. Yep, that's what I thought. I'm going the wrong way. There we go. There we go. I'm going the right way now. Hold on. I imagine this can only end in me having to run away from home. And Duncan being my savior.
Turn around, Brand. No castless on the grounds.
Fuck you. I have a pass right here.
Looks legitimate. Go on through then. But stay to the trenches. Grey Wardens don't need some eyesore getting between them and the fighters.
Hello, Kemsey. It's the munchiest of kins. Oh, so good to see you. Good day. I guess morning is nighttime for me. What are time zones? Hi, Kemsey. I hope you've been having a good day. We rolled a lovely character who is a fine companion for Marlin, so we named her Marla. She is a dwarf rogue. I rolled archer for her, although if I get very frustrated playing an archer, I might backtrack that. I only took one thing in archer so far, and it was the melee expert. So it doesn't really do anything to me if I say never mind and take everything else and dual wield. Marla. I don't know if she likes eating bees as much as the rest of as much as Marlin does, rather, but that's our girl. Yeah, no, I'm not sure. I guess I predicted what you were gonna say. I'm not sure if Marla also likes to eat a non-zero number of bees, but she definitely very tired and not putting up with anyone's shit.
It will be done.
And now we're gonna, since I rolled for everything, I'm a dwarf commoner, and we're now fixing a fight. And the map has nothing because I just got here. Of course. That's a spectator.
Stone's Embrace. That's one of them. One of the Grey Wardens.
Stone met, and blessings on your house.
Duncan, of course I'm going to stop to talk to you.
That was the proper greeting for an outsider last time I visited Orzammar. Has it changed? Or is there a reason you're looking at me so strangely?
Any of them are good options.
My apologies. The intricacies of dwarven society are still foreign to me. I meant no offense. My name is Duncan. I'd say of the Grey Wardens, but I suspect you already know that. Pleased to meet you.
So we decided, Kemsey, that I'm rolling dialogue, but if I don't like an option, I don't include it in the roll. Or if I don't like what I rolled, I'm allowed to veto it. But so far, I've only had 1 or 2 instances where I'm like, well, I'm definitely not saying that, and I'm definitely not saying that, but I'll roll for, like, these 3. Or, like, oh, this is the only one I like, so I'm going with that one.
The Wardens are always looking for those who have the courage to spend their lives in battle against the Darkspawn. It's rare we find those with both the skill and the will. The best Wardens are ruthless to their enemies, compassionate to their friends, and inspiring to their troops. It's a lot to look for, but I hope to find it here, and I hope you also may find what you are looking for.
I'm going to be a bit lucky because I have a meeting at the top of the hour, and today has been very hard. Well, I'm sorry you had a hard day. I appreciate your lurk. Enjoy that lurk. I hope your meeting goes well. Valid handling of chaos rules. Yeah, I don't want the chaos to be so chaotic that I'm like, we want to get into fun trouble, not, oh, I don't like what I'm doing.
Did you see that first bout? Ostar's helmet practically shattered. Adalbo still has the Ancestors' favor.
That's the commons. That's where I just came from. Okay. Maybe I have to go here? I've never done any of the Dwarven origins before. I've done Dalish and I've done Human Noble. And that's it. So this is new for me.
Sweetheart,
Sod it. He's stone drunk. He could draw a dead man for his bout and still lose. Barat's gonna kill us if we slip up on this. He's still mad about the time I accidentally told that barkeep Barat had demanded free ale delivered to my door. Hey, I just had an idea.
You don't want to lose out on having certain companions and stuff either. That's, yeah, exactly. Like, I could easily, if I rolled for everything, I could easily roll that, Zev doesn't join the party, or win. There's a couple that you get no matter what, but a lot of them are based on choices. It's like, for my opposite run, I'm kind of trying to decide how far I want to take it, because there are quests where if I do the opposite of what I normally do, I also just, never get that companion. So I have to think about it. I don't, especially one of them's win, and I really want my healer. Unless, for opposite run, I choose to be a healer to make up for the fact I'm probably not getting win. But luckily I don't have to worry about that for a pretty decent amount of time, based on how long it's taking me to get through canon. Anyway, rolling. It's a 4. Let me roll again. 3. Great, running out of time. What have you got?
So, you've been rubbing my nose in how you're the meanest thing with a blade, right? If Aird's armor is over there, and you're about the same size.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
You can't let anyone know it's you. If they find out, you'll be executed. They'll say it's an offense to the Ancestors. If you want to tell the Wardens, at least wait until some time when you can bolt if you need to. Got it. It'll help if you can distract him, though. Just, talk to him so I can sneak past him without him noticing. Let's do it quickly. We don't have much time.
I'm so glad they made it so that if I didn't take stealth, it's not a big deal, because the other character will do it. Because I did not want to do that. It said item acquired, but... Oh, I have a drug and a proving pass and a fight schedule. Snores. Alright, so now... Oh, here's the guy. I was like, where is he?
Hey, only fighters are allowed in these chambers. Who are you? How about you come back after the fight, and I'll show you how I like being served.
Sir, I don't like that at all, sir. I do not like what I'm not doing it.
Well, that's a long and dramatic tale, and I'm not one to brag. But for a pretty lady like yourself, I'd be happy to make an exception.
I'm sorry, but have you seen us, sir? If you think I'm pretty, you clearly haven't seen any pretty girls lately.
You think it's exciting to venture with 50 men to search out a darkspawn nest and return with less than 20? Everywhere we walked, we heard them, scratching in the walls. But they only attacked when we stopped. You got used to the smell of your brother's blood, but never to the Genlock's reek.
I'm gonna roll between 1 and 2. And I got 1.
Truly. But it's what I was born to do, like my father and his. We die so the rest of you can live snug and remember the glorious days when our empire stretched beneath half the world.
Bout 3 is next. Officer Minar versus the Warrior of Air. Fighters, make final preparations, then report to the ring.
That's my fight. We'll finish this when I return victorious.
I got him. No more time. Make sure you have everything and go tell the Proving Guard you're ready to fight. And don't forget to keep your helmet down.
Thank you for saving the game for me. Game. Time to put on his armor.
Combatants only.
Am I missing something? I don't have any armor. So... And you'd think if I had to go back to where he was, that where is this armor? Oh, there's a chest here that I didn't get. That's why. There we go. That's better. All right. Oh wait, so 7.8. Do I want the axe, the sword, or the mace? I'll roll for it, because they're all the same, basically, in terms of attacky. Looks like I'm going sword. Actually, I am gonna go axe because I feel like I will not be good with a sword. We're learning about fatigue, but there's nothing I can do about that because I chose rogue. I apparently should have chosen warrior. But I didn't know. Gonna quick save. There we go. So this is going to be interesting.
I believe it is time for your bout. May fortune favor your fight, Averd. Are you ready?
I'm wondering if I shouldn't... I think I need to be using this shield if I'm pretending I'm him, but I'm wondering if I could have done like dagger and mace. Whatever. Or axe and mace. Nod.
As you say.
This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for our honored guests, the Grey Warden.
This is gonna be
The
rough.
warrior Evaird, son of Galton, will fight Officer Minar.
I wish I was a
survivor of the
warrior.
battle at Car Ellerin.
I so wish I was a warrior right now.
Choose the honor of the heart. Oh, sod it. Let's just fight.
I'm just gonna choose one.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Not a lot for me to do here. I don't have a lot of abilities. I just have to like slowly beat him with my axe.
The winner is Evaird!
Yay!
A truly memorable fight. The young cadet vanquishes the wily veteran. Healer, see to his injuries. The warrior Evaird, son of Galton, will fight last year's Journeyman Division champion, Adalbo, proven in glory before the stone.
You honor me with this fight. May we both win glory in the eyes of our lord.
Sure, glory. I'm gonna roll between 1 and 2. And I got 1.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Of course.
I was like, why are you not attacking?
Let us end this, shall we?
The winner is Evaird!
I can't wait to get to the part.
Have withdrawn their blessings and embrace a new champion on their field. The warrior Evaird, son of Galton, will fight Lenka, silent sister in training. She has made her vows, but not completed her blooding. Will she be accepted into the legendary order? That will depend on her performance today.
I can't wait to get to the part where I'm champion of everything and they're like, take off your helmet and celebrate. I'm leaning towards 1, and so are the dice.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
By my ancestors! By the stone I shall prevail!
How do you miss a stunned target? Batch.
The winner is Evaird! Lenka went to the stone without a sound, as befits her vows. But it wasn't hard to see the blood that was spilled. Evaird will advance to the final bout to determine the true champion of the ring against... What?
Oh no.
I'm out already?
Oh no.
Hey! That's my armor! Who are you? How dare you disrupt this sacred...
Wait, I know that man. That's Evaird. Then what imposter did I fight?
Why didn't we,
Remove your
like, restrain
helmet,
him?
and let all who watched you see your face.
Why didn't we restrain him? That's so dumb. I'm gonna roll between 1 or 2. And I got 1. I love how everyone's angry and Duncan's just like, possible warrior.
Castless! You insult the very nature of this proving. Guards, take this filth away.
Hold your man, I pray you. This warrior has defeated the best you have to offer. Is that not what this proving is for?
We are honored by your presence, Warden, but this proving is not solely for you. There are laws which have governed this arena for 1,000 years. This woman is no warrior. She is castless, rejected by the ancestors. Her very footsteps pollute the stone. She has no place here.
Except as your champion.
Oh, he said what he said. I love Duncan. He's so great. Also, caste systems are bullshit. Proven by the fact that we just kicked all of the butt. Yeah, he owned that. Owned. Anyhow. I think we're almost done with the origin.
Psst. Can you hear me? How hard did they sodding hit you anyway? Did you have to put up such a fight?
Yes. I love the fourth option, but I am going to roll because I'm okay with any of them. The dice chose 4. I love it.
Oh, you did. And don't think they didn't show me their appreciation.
One of the guards recognized me and figured we must be working together. They burned 3 candles to the stump interrogating me about who put us up to this. I think they knew, you know, about Barat.
I'm okay with any of these, so... Roll. 2.
You think I didn't look for a way out? Rika's not the only one in danger here. They could kill us. But these cells are built straight into the wall. And they confiscated all my lockpicks. What's it look like on your side? You see any way out?
Good, you're awake. Barat will be glad to hear that. Don't worry. You'll get a chance to speak to him. You caused a lot of trouble today. Barat lost 100 sovereigns for Lord Volney. The entire proving was declared invalid, and the Assembly already called for an investigation. You can't imagine the state Barat was in when he told me to get you.
Oopsie. We messed up. 3.
You're not in their cells anymore. And I don't think I appreciate the time and money it took to bribe the right people to get you back. You got every guardsman at that proving thinking if he takes your head off, the ancestors will bless him forever. But they know whose hand holds the whip. When Barat claimed you, they knew who's going to get to watch your last breath.
Ooh, shit.
I don't think scaring you is what Barat has in mind. You risked exposing him before the entire warrior caste. Now they're asking questions, and as long as you have tongues to answer them, you're a threat. Enjoy your last night together. Sorry we had to put you in separate cells, or I'd suggest you have a last tumble. Barat will be by soon to make sure you maintain your silence.
Level up! So I'm thinking about it. And I know I rolled for Archer. But my character doesn't feel like an Archer to me. She feels like a stabby. So I'm debating nixing it, even though I already put a point into it. Good day, Womble! Although I don't know. Part of me's like, do it, because I've never been an Archer before and it would be really interesting. 3 points. I'm gonna do 1 to Strength. I'm gonna do 1 to Con. I'm gonna do 1 to Cunning. Decisions have to be made now. And I think coercion's what's happening. I could do... That's level 4, that's level 4. Yeah, I have to decide. I don't even have archery stuff yet. I have daggers. You could do both close quarters and stab and distance stab. That's a very good point, Womble. I could take points in both. That would I've never done that before. That would actually be really interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna take a point in dual wield now though, because I don't have any archery stuff yet. I don't have like, I don't have a bow yet. So I think it makes the most sense to do dual wield, dual weapon training. Save game, new save. You get enough points in the game to do both. Yeah, I've never done it before. That's definitely an interesting idea. How are you, Womble? It's good to see you. I think it's early where you are, but I always have trouble converting the time zone. Oh, I have nothing. They took my stuff. Good talk. And we just need to find a way out.
Yes.
Leave off with your noise. You're giving me a headache.
Okay. So we rolled for our lovely character Marla because she looked like she could be related to our bee-eating lad Marlin, and I thought it would be fun to name her Marla. We rolled everything except stats, ironically. I'm rolling dialogue, but eliminating dialogue choices I don't like, and giving myself the option to like reroll or just shoot. Like sometimes you want to ask all the questions, and there's certain things where if I rolled the wrong way, I wouldn't collect all the companions. So this is Chaos Run. Yep. This be Chaos Run, which is why we're on an origin, because it's restarting. Wednesday is gonna be canon. And Wednesday, we're going to be in Orzammar there, too, because we're going to start with the Deep Roads. Yeah, welcome to the chaos! I'm going to roll the only one I don't... I'm torn about whether or not I like 5, but I'm going to roll for everything, and I got a 1.
Where? I don't see nothing wrong.
Fix his pocket while he's distracted. Here's open.
Oh, you're probably just upset. I remember one time when Mistress Jarvia was mad at me. She didn't lock me up, but she yelled a lot. And she hit me on the head. But it was real nice of her not to kill me.
It was nice of her not to kill me. That's funny. I've never played a dwarf before. So this is my first time doing this origin. I've seen it played before, but I've never played a dwarf, so this is new for me. But I was when I rolled it, I was like, oh, Womble's gonna love this. And then I started rolling all the appearance stuff and was like, oh man, this is reminding me of Marlin. Okay, so quick save.
Paragons, watch over me. Yes. Be gone!
I'm literally just punching shit because I don't have any equipment. Although that chest, I assume, is my confiscated belongings. Yes, thank you. Take all. Please and thank you. Let me see your character. That one, right? There's the girl. There's our fine lass. She's very tired. She's had a rough life. She definitely likes to act tough. Haven't decided if it's a rough exterior yet or not. The dice have decided that she thinks very highly of herself, though. Sometimes says things that get her into trouble, and really wants to join the Grey Wardens and fight. She does look like she's had a sniff of death's coffee, though. Oh, yeah, I love her. I love her. Well, I guess I should let him out.
Want to get away with this? We can't leave one man alive to tell Barat what we've done.
Okay. We should put on armor and stuff. Is he supposed to be... Yeah, he's a rogue too. That's what I thought. So we'll give you the dagger. I don't have any arrows. But I could take... I don't think I want the Sherpa right this second. Yes, I did. In fact, I did notice it's Varric. And in fact, when he first started talking, I said, oh, that voice. I love that voice so much. It makes me happy. Yes, I do know it's Varric. I would recognize Varric's voice anywhere, I think. Although I was very embarrassed. Was it Subnautica? I think was when Dorian's voice popped up, and I was very ashamed of myself. I did not recognize. Like, I did. So the thing is, I said, oh, I know that voice. Where do I know that voice from? And then you said Dragon Age. I was like, oh, wait. I definitely know it then. And I was very ashamed of myself. Yep, no, scold away. You know what? I'm actually going to give myself this short bow, and I'm going to give him an axe and a dagger. Or, wait, do I have 2 daggers? I have 2 daggers. I'll give him 2 daggers then. Well, the axe is better. You know what? I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Matt must learn Lord barely and everything without ever realizing it. Yeah. Well, Matt sometimes is hard. Sam, I almost always recognize. Liam, I mostly recognize. Laura, I usually recognize. Matt sometimes masks his voice. Also, I've discovered there's been multiple times where I said, I think that's Matt Mercer, and it was actually Troy Baker. So apparently I think Matt and Troy sound alike. I don't think I have any armor for you. Oh, I do? Okay. Okay. And I'm doing bow. But I am going to give myself a single dagger. Okay, and that's the swap. They do with certain voices, you're not alone. Okay, good to know it's not just me. Okay, I think I got this. do another cheeky quick save now that I've equipped the things.